Greetings, truth seekers. The purpose of this video is to tie up the notion that Austin Steinbart is connected to the Qboard in a nice, tidy little bow. Eventually, we will all be asking ourselves, when is it mathematically impossible, as all of the coincidences stack upon one another? Even if we can definitively connect Austin to the character known as Q, who is posting on 8kun, we still do not know if both are not live action roleplay operations, simply meant to pose as some form of military authority in order to galvanize the public into looking into certain forbidden topics. At this point, I've not fully explained my personal experience with Austin Steinbart or other white hat operators that appear to be connected to him. From my experiences, I'm comforted to know there's a very small, almost non-existent chance of foul play between Q and Austin in the practice of whatever operation they are running here. My particular story will be shared as the larger narrative progresses. 2 tweets by Michael Ray Corey and Penny McCarthy should help to shrivel up any doubts of a connection between the Qboard and Austin Steinbart. This particular tweet by Michael, dated September 8th, shows 4 screenshots. The tweet itself states, "Were the Austin Steinbart is Q above and beyond Q proofs not enough on their own? Wink. AS's first 2 videos published on July 26, 2018. Q drop 1715 posted on July 26, 2018. How do you hide a message in clear sight?" One of the screenshots is this. It's a screenshot from a video, "Dear Never Trump Mick Republicans," dated July 26, 2018. There is some obvious editing of this particular shot. You see this here, which appears to be Michael's point in connecting a specific coded message on QAnon.pub with Above and Beyond and their special flow state logo. So yes, this is Photoshop, and this is the original source of that Photoshop. I have a Chrome tab opened with the actual video from Austin Steinbart's channel, "Dear Never Trump Mick Republicans," and you see his hands in that similar motion, but this is the actual image there. Michael's next screenshot is this. It shows a Q drop from July 26, 2018. "You'd be amazed how much is shared on poll data exchange." When you go to the Q drop on QAnon.pub, you have this drop dated July 26, 2018. You'd be amazed how much is shared on poll data exchange, and this particular link there. So this tweet was made the same day as this post by Austin Steinbart for his first video on his channel. Q's message on that day, "How do you hide a message in clear sight?" This is as if to imply that Austin is now coming out as Q, posting his message, this video, in plain sight, in clear sight. When you link through, you get this image here. It's a pixel spiral ring. This is a Guardian Project.info apps image. PixelKnot, hidden messages. This website goes on to describe how PixelKnot is an Android-based application that allows users to hide short text messages and photographs and share them across trusted channels. We know that Q has used the drops of images to convey additional information beyond the picture itself, often in a picture's name, such as this one, biblical.jpg. The other reason why this image is really important is it was posted on July 6, 2018. Under the post, "How do you hide a message in clear sight?" Same day, Austin, who claims he's Q, posted his very first video. A key image associated with Austin is this Above and Beyond logo of a spiral shape. It's a spiral-shaped circle. This particular image is only on their Flow State album. It is obviously reminiscent to this image here. This particular image is highly associated with Austin. Recall, on April 16th, 2020, I did a video titled "Even More Evidence Austin Steinbart is Q, Going Above and Beyond." Recall that on April 10th, in more great work conducted by Michael Ray Corey on We Have More Than We Know, there was an interview with Austin Steinbart called the Austin Steinbart Interview 5.0, where he says at the 1-minute mark, "I love Above and Beyond. It's my favorite band, music, which is like EDM." 6 days later, Q drops this particular link, "Clear Your Mind." The YouTube link goes to Above and Beyond.
Wide variety of things. I love Above and Beyond is one of my favorite one of my favorite musicians groups.
The statistical odds of such are infinitesimally small. Extremely low odds that such a coincidence could occur by chance. But now we have the finding of this particular image, a apparent image reference to the Above and Beyond Flow State album logo, posted on the same day that Austin Steinbart debuted his YouTube channel, July 26, 2018. At this point, a reasonable mind would start to suspect that there has to be a connection between the character posting on 8kun, who goes as Q, and this Austin Steinbart person. But if that were enough, there's more. We now have triple platform references of a specific rare email text, further leaking the specific interests of Q and Austin Steinbart as being similar. Yesterday, September 29th, Michael Ray Corey again drops this beauty. Austin Steinbart is Q. His Amorphous Archive was created June 18th, 2018. Q just dropped this today. The Austin Steinbart Amorphous Archive is a curation of drops from the WikiLeaks website. It can be found on the website wakeupfromyoursleep.com. A 1.6 gigabyte file if you choose to download it. So on September 29, 2020, Q dropped this particular JPEG image. A portion of it is highlighted. Who is in charge of the Trump Swift Boat project? Needs to be ready, funded and unleashed when we decide, but not a scramble. This message dated February 26, 2016. Q then says, Trump Swift Boat project, Clinton OP. Michael Ray Corey shows a video in his tweet where it demonstrates how you can find this particular message posted by Q in the Amorphous Archive. I have the Amorphous Archive folders shown here. I will now locate that specific message you saw in the Q drop. You go to the Syndicate folder, you go to Key Players, you go to Partner Hillary Clinton, you go to Email Clips, and then scroll down looking for Swiftboat. It's the one called Trump_Swiftboat_attack. And you see there, I know you can't look past Bernie in March primaries, but who's in charge of the Trump Swiftboat project? Needs to be ready, funded and unleashed when we decide, but not a scramble. Now, if you're observant, you notice that there are some parts of this that are not highlighted, which is different from the Q drop, which basically shows the entire passage being highlighted. In Penny McCarthy's brilliant reply, he posts a graphic showing a 2-year, 2-day delta. Penny notes that 2 years and 2 days ago, on September 27, 2018, Austin Steinbart posted the picture I just showed you on his Twitter account. Here's Austin's original September 27, 2018 tweet, which I dug up on Twitter. He states, Kavanaugh is my first choice either, but these Swift boat projects are way beyond the pale. Hashtag Bush League. 2016 flashback, Clinton campaign lined up that assault allegations against Trump months before primary was over. So, just to be clear on what we're talking about here, Austin Steinbart, the man who claims to be Q, a man who is also very much against Never-Trumpers, including these Swift boat projectors, posted a email message, one quite obscure, referencing Bernie Sanders and the Trump Swift boat project. 2 years and 2 days later, on September 29, 2020, Q posts the same message. The same message is found in Austin Steinbart's Amorphous Archives, located here. You search this particular image that Austin posted on TinEye and you get 0 matches. You search the Amorphous Archive version on TinEye, you get 0 matches. It turns out each of these sources, Austin's Twitter version, the QAnon.pub version, and the Amorphous Archive version, all have different amounts of text from the particular email message and different highlighting. In terms of text count, Austin's version appears to be the most complete, as it starts out with, sorry, I've been behind too many curtains in my day. Q's version starts out with, gee, thanks Joel. The Amorphous Archive version starts out with, I know you can't look past Bernie and March primaries. This suggests that there's a network of communication of these messages, especially given that they have different degrees of highlighting. One thing that you can take away from all this is it would seem that Q on the board wants us to look into these emails as he posts these things here, We know Austin Steinbart wants us to look into these emails. So clearly their ideals are aligned, and Q appears to post on nearly a 2-year delta some obscure email after Austin Steinbart, further linking him to Q. If this were the only piece of evidence by itself, that would not be sufficient to say the two are linked. But given all the evidence I've showed you in my other videos, including the interesting link with Above and Beyond earlier in this video, the evidence is really staggering that there's a connection between the two. Austin Steinbart may be in trouble. You may not like the guy, but you have to follow the evidence itself. Ignore the personality, just follow where the evidence leads you. Your desire to increase understanding has to surpass the barrier of the ego. Be well. Bye.